Confused about the differences between health coaches, nutritionists, and dietitians? I totally get it. So for folks who are looking to hire health coaches, keep on watching. Hey folks, Joyce here, certified health coach. I make videos for people who want to start or refresh their healthy habits. And full disclosure, you guys, for this specific video, as much as I would love for it to help me with my business, the most important part here is that you get the care that you need to improve your overall health and well-being. This episode builds on last week's titled, What Can Health Coach Do or Not Do? So check out the link above or in the description below to watch that. And at the end of this video, you'll get a better idea of the differences and perhaps who to partner with on your health and wellness journey. Let's get into it. It all starts with you. Knowing where you're at in your health and wellness journey is the first step. Let me introduce you to 3 people. Meet Jessica. She's looking to feel more energetic, lighter, and happier, but doesn't know where to start. Next up, this is Sam. They're looking to focus on what they eat more than their physical activity or mental health. And meet Michael. He's on a few medications and he's looking to manage his diagnosed chronic conditions. He has high blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol. Which of these folks can you relate to? Please keep all of them in mind as we look into each professional's education, training, and scope. Just to set us up, do you know what confuses people about health coaches, nutritionists, and dietitians? One word: nutrition. All 3 of these professionals can talk about health and wellness, but it's the level of specificity of nutrition information given to clients that relates back to that professional's coursework, certificate, licensure, and clinical experience that makes all the difference. Let's dive in. I made this chart up for y'all so you can see the differences between health coaches, nutritionists, and dietitians. Let's jump to the first column that says certificate or license required. For health coaches, it's a no. Nutritionists, no and yes, so that varies by the type of title they have. For dietitians, it's an absolute yes. So for continuing education, health coaches, it's a no, but if that health coach is board certified through the National Board of Health and Wellness Coaches, they need to complete 36 credits every 3 years. For nutritionist, that is an absolute yes, and then for dietitians as well. So as far as education, for health coaches, no formal education is required. Nutritionists need to have a high school degree or a bachelor's degree in nutrition or a related field. And that is similar to a dietitian, but dietitians sometimes now need to have a master's degree. You probably heard me say depending on the state a few times, so let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a map from the American Nutrition Association titled State Regulation of Nutrition Practice. As you can see, this is the map of the United States, all right? And there are 3 main colors talking about what the title can or cannot do. So for the red states right here, it's illegal to perform individualized nutrition counseling unless licensed or exempt. So only registered dietitians can talk about nutrition in these states. So please make sure you're aware of that. And then there are some yellow states, not too many, but in these states, it's illegal to perform individualized nutrition counseling unless licensed or exempt. You can work with an advanced nutritionist or registered dietitian in these states. They don't have to be a registered dietitian to help you with your nutrition needs. Last category is in green, and this makes me happy because there are so many states in this category, and it is legal for all to perform individualized nutrition counseling, whether it's a health coach, nutritionist, or registered dietitian, but only the registered dietitians or licensed nutritionists or advanced nutritionists can do medical nutrition therapy. Telehealth and virtual services can make things a little bit tricky, so please reference this map from time to time because rules do change, so you are updated. I put the link in the description below. All right. And then if you are working with someone in your state, just double check the map anyway that they are performing individualized nutrition counseling with the title that they have. And if you're looking to work with someone out of your state, just to make it easy, make sure that that person's state color matches your state color. All right. So if you have any questions with that, put them in the comments below. Let's jump into the next chart, experience and title. The first column says clinical experience. health coaches know, but they need to have 50 coaching sessions to be board certified, okay, through the National Board of Health and Wellness Coaches. And that's not clinical experience, but it is direct client experience. For nutritionists and dietitians, that's an absolute yes. And then for diagnosing, treat, or prescribe, if you heard me on my other video, health coaches cannot do any of these things. We cannot diagnose, treat, or prescribe. So that's pretty easy. For nutritionists, it's mostly a no unless they're an advanced nutritionist and they can treat chronic conditions but not diagnose or prescribe. For dietitians, it's yes, but the caveat is they can only treat nutrition-related conditions and prescribe medical nutrition therapy. They can't diagnose unless they are specialized. And out of these three nutrition professionals, only the registered dietitian, nutritionist, or dietitian for short, can accept your health insurance. Are y'all still with me? Great, thanks for watching this far into the video. Next, we are going to cover the differences in scope between the health coach, nutritionist, and dietitian. If you're finding this information helpful, go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, or connect with me on Instagram or Facebook at Kala Health and Wellness. Health coaching is about understanding the person as a whole. That is represented by the circle on the left with multiple slices, and just scan over to the right and you'll see this diagram of a plate. And that is very similar to USDA's My Plate. The only main difference here is that it's water instead of dairy, and the perimeter of the plate includes career, relationships, physical activity, and mental health. And that's because coaches empower clients to work through the factors that affect what ends up on their plate. And that's what makes health coaching so holistic in approach. Health coaches uplift and set their clients up for success by helping them make small, meaningful, self-directed behavioral changes. And the way they do that is through building self-accountability, motivational interviewing, and goal setting. And when it comes to nutrition, health coaches follow various balanced plate guidelines that source back to the USDA's My Plate, talk about pros and cons of diets, and some may offer pantry makeovers, grocery tours, and or label reading sessions. So if you want to know more about what health coaches do or don't do, check out that video. Nutritionists have more of an educational requirement than health coaches, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are better or worse. Nutritionists are steeped in nutrition. On top of what health coaches do, nutritionists can assess your caloric needs, calculate macronutrient ratios, perform body composition assessments, and educate you on weight loss. So some advanced nutritionists, like those with licenses, can organize public health programs to promote a healthy lifestyle through nutrition. Like health coaches, nutritionists can employ motivational interviewing and goal setting, and they do take on the role as educators. And by default, they can spend more time with clients educating as opposed to working through personal challenges. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is the governing body of dietitians, made a point that every dietitian is a nutritionist, but not every nutritionist is a registered dietitian. Dietitian is essentially registered dietitian nutritionist, and every dietitian is a nutritionist too. Okay, that's what that means. The difference in scope is that the registered dietitian can prescribe medical nutrition therapy and accept health insurance due to education, clinical hours, and state licensure. Dietitians can treat patients, clients with diagnosed chronic conditions like heart disease, diabetes, morbid obesity, eating disorders, and substance use disorders. They are experts in the science of nutrition and intimately understand the human body systems. They can identify nutrition deficiencies, prescribe food, type, quantity, and frequency, or nutrition-related medications, create meal plans specific to patients and clients, and order lab tests. They are a wealth of knowledge and clinical experience. Of course, there are health coaches with other certificates or licenses. Some of them are doctors, nurses, dietitians, therapists, or personal trainers. If they do have these designations, they can perform at the scope of their highest credential. Alright y'all, that's about as much as I can say without being TMI about the differences between health coaches, nutritionists, and dietitians. Just circling back to the folks I introduced you to earlier, so who do you think Jessica, Sam, and Michael would work with? A health coach, nutritionist, or dietitian? One last thing I want to mention is that health coaches and nutritionists can work with clients who have chronic conditions as long as they are under the care of a clinician and follow their treatment plan. Now that you've learned about these 3 nutrition professionals, let me know who you think you can best partner with in your health and wellness journey. Don't worry, I won't be offended if it's not a health coach, because like I said, the most important thing is that you get the care that you need with the right person. Alright, so thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share, or hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, thank y'all so much. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to continue on with this Work with a Health Coach series. And until then, remember, you deserve to be happy and healthy.